Okay, are you ready to learn about an amazing legend? Long, long time ago legend. This one is the legend of the Trojan horse. Is there a horse? We're going to find out. So first, let's figure out where we are. Geography-wise, we have Troy over here. We have Greece over here. Now, Greece is still Greece, but you know what? If you look on a map, you're not going to find Troy. You're going to find it in kind of present-day Turkey, okay? But in between these two places, you have water. You have a beautiful big area of water that is separating them. So when they're warring, right? Greece is like, hey, we're going to come across and hey, knock, 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 knock. Troy, can you let us in? We'd really like to invade. We'd really like to take over. And Troy's like, no, I don't think so. Because guess what? We have super tall walls protecting us. Because back in the day, that's really how you actually protected yourself. You built super high walls, and then guess what? No one could come in. They knock on the door and no, thank you. We don't want you to come in. And so they were protected. So for around 10 years, Greece is like trying to get in. They're going this way. They're going that way. They're trying new things. And you know what? Troy they can't get in. They can't do it. And they're like, man, do we have to just give up? But no, you know what? Someone really smart named Odysseus was like, I think I have a pretty good idea. Let's pretend to give up. Let's actually go sail across the water and be like, okay, bye. You won. You're right. You're better than us. And because you're so much better than us, we're actually going to leave you a gift. Now, what is that gift going to be? Some beautiful artwork, because you know what? The Greeks, they were really famous for their beautiful art. They were making some pretty cool stuff. And what did they make? They made a horse, a Trojan horse, right? Because it was for the Trojans. It was for Troy. Now, for this case, I don't have a horse, but I do have this little dog. And it kind of actually is the right size. So they actually had it kind of on like a little pedestal thing. And they built this whole entire horse. It's like huge, like a big, huge horse, not tiny like this. Like imagine huge enough that they actually put 30 men inside of this horse. So imagine 30 men all inside this horse. They make it all beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of art. And then they bring it to the wall of Troy. And they're like, whoa, that's a really big, beautiful horse. But what's going on here? And they notice out on the waves that the Greeks are like, adios, bye, we're leaving, we're going now. And so they're like, oh, wow, they gave up and they gave us this beautiful piece of art because that's what we do. We leave a present when we give up. Pretty cool, right? I love that part of history. Let's bring it back. Let's start more gift giving. But so anyway, so we have this horse. And they open the gates, and all of a sudden, dun, 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 this horse is inside. And they're like, wow, this is a really beautiful horse. We can't break it. We can't do anything to it. Let's just leave it in here. Let's just leave this beautiful horse and we'll just admire it and just feel really good about ourselves because guess what? We won. We did. But guess what? You guys know. There were 30 men inside of there. So one night, the men climbed out and they opened up the gates and boom, they won. They took over the Trojan horse. So if you ever feel a little sneaky and you're like, how can I get what I want? Think about the Trojan horse. How can you be a little sneaky and maybe sneak on in like the Trojan horse? There we go. Fun facts, fun times. Trojan horse.